Welcome to the world's best destination for hunting woodcock. Join my father and I as we go hunting to the island of Hiiumaa for the queen of the forest. Bueno. And find out if the strength can beat the experience.
Ubicación actual de tierra, ¿no?
Sí, un minuto.
Es una vuelta pequeña, así que...
I would say that I started hunting thanks to the woodcock, because I was one day when I was seven or 8 years old, I was at home and a friend of my father came with 2 birds that put in front of the table in the kitchen, and there were two woodcocks. He was giving my father a present for cooking and eating, and I saw those animals and I was really surprised. So I asked him, what is this? And he said to me, these are sordas. They are called in the Basque country, woodcocks. And where do they live? They live in the mountains. So they live in the mountains. I have to go with you for looking for these beautiful birds. And I started accompanying the friends of my father just to see what was going on in the mountains. And I became a hunter. This is the reason I love the woodcock, because thanks to them, I am a hunter.
¡Ahí va! ¡Ha caído!
Sí. Creo que sí. No estoy seguro, ¿eh?
Oye, Moki, todos poquitos para acá. Cárime, Moki, Moki.
Y aquí, al jefe. Al indio.
No, te ha gustado ese tiro, ¿eh?
Pista. Tengo confianza contigo, ¿eh? Que el equipo no tengo 100%.
A ti te he dejado ya, ¿eh? María.
Pero, sí. What's my time?
To me, woodcock hunting means a lot. I think it was one of my first birds ever. Something that we did with my father since we were very young, and something that we have been doing since then. So probably, I don't know, like over 30 years.
Aquí está el jefe, Turi, y Pot ha matado su primera sorda. No ha sido a perro puesto, la ha levantado él. A ver, vamos a sacarle al jefe. Escopeta del 20, tiro magnífico, Pot. Sí. El otro cazador chaflos. ¿Qué te ha parecido el jefe? El monstruo. Ayer le dije que hoy iba a matar su primera sorda. Sí, y además es un tío grande.
Delante vuestro, ¿eh? ¡Han salido! ¡Toma ahí! ¡A huevo! First woodcock. ¡Ha caído!
Cuando se para, es raro que no tenga.
Bien, coño. Bien. Onda ahí. Muy bien. How we hunt here basically is it's my father and I as hunters. We have Josu and Neus, the owners of the dogs, that they are an amazing woodcock hunters, and it's incredible how they know the dogs, how they know the territory and everything. They have been hunting here for over a decade. And we hunt with 3 dogs each time. They have plenty of dogs, so we change dogs every couple of hours so they don't get too tired over the days. And that way they can train. You can see different dogs. Some of the dogs hunt loose, some of them hunt closer. And the way of hunting is hunting together, let the dogs do the work, because that's the most beautiful part about this type of hunting, is seeing the dogs work and cover as much country as possible until they find some animals. So both dogs are carrying 2 collars. One is a beeper, so when it points, it tells you the position, but they are also carrying a GPS to know at all times where they are, because sometimes they go so far that you cannot even hear the beeper. And you control that with the... Ven aquí. ¿Esta quién era?
Bonchi,
Bonchi.
la hija.
Mother and daughter.
¡Ahí va! ¡Ahí te va! ¡Bien, bien! ¡Hoy que voy! ¡Carre, carre, carre, carre!
¡Qué fenómeno! Muy bien, muy bien, tío. Muy bien. ¡Qué fenómeno, eh! ¡Qué bien! Uf.
Qué bonita, ¿eh?
Apretando. ¿De dónde ha salido?
I shot twice, and both shots I could barely see the woodcock, but just in case, and I thought my dad shot it, but not. I'm surprised by...
Ahora esta me la has robado en las putas narices, ¿eh? No has hecho bien, que no hay ni que dudar.
Becada hay que tirar.
The reason we have come to Estonia to hunt woodcock is because we don't have a hunting ground in Spain anymore. Our dogs, we are more focused on big game, on partridges, quails, and we don't have access to good woodcock hunting. And Hiiumaa, this island, is known to have some of the best woodcock hunting opportunities in the world, with some of the best dogs you can hunt with, and we really want to remember all those years hunting at home. And yeah, I think we made a great choice.
Está en la patrón.
That's the most beautiful part about woodcocks. It's just like seeing the dogs work.
Venga, va. Cuidado, Pedro, ven aquí, Pedro. Va, va.
¡Ha caído! ¡Milagro! One of the biggest advantages of Estonia is that we have two types of birds. We have the local birds that they have lived the whole spring here and they have breed in this area, so that even if there is no migration, you will have the local ones, and also you have the migration. So in October, typically, all the birds from the north, they start migrating south and they will hit this part pretty early on the season. But this year has been extremely warm and the migration hasn't started at all.
Por la derecha, rápido, por la derecha. No sería limpio, no sería limpio. A tu derecha, a tu derecha.
Aquí está Pecas. They are driving us nuts. They are doing something that they refer as bouncing. So the woodcock, in order to lose and don't leave track, they will fly for 50 meters. The dogs got there, they point, but the woodcock is not there anymore, so they will go find the next bed, but by that time the woodcock has already jumped another 50 meters or 100 and changed location. So we are constantly pointing woodcocks that they are not there and they're just ahead of us, and these are the local ones, which they are really hard, and I think it's part of the fun to hunt these hard ones. Estoy cubriendo la salida.
Vamos aquí.
¡Vamos! Bien. Bien. Beautiful. They have been chasing this woodcock for a while. We just got in front of the dog because the woodcock was moving this way, and it just flew in front of me, took my time, and I think I made a good shot, so... Bien. Ya que se le corrían hacia aquí.
A ver, chica.
Vale, suelta, vale.
¿Es el truco?
Estamos aquí para la web.
Hey, Josu. He's the master. We are only shooting, but he's the guy with the dogs.
Well, the most I enjoy hunting woodcocks is the work of the dogs and the mountains and the forest. So, and this is beautiful when you start listening and watching how they stop the woodcock, and suddenly when the woodcock boom, goes off, and this is slightly shaking because you never know when it's going to explode the woodcock. Beautiful.
¡Ahí va!
¿Ha caído o no?
Yo he visto un metro y el primer tiro no lo has pegado.
El segundo igual, ¿eh? ¡Ha caído! ¡Bien, bien, 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 bien! ¡Qué bonito!
Tráela, carry. Ay, muy bien, perrillo. ¡Qué fenómeno, qué bonito! ¡Joder!
Joder, Pedro.
Mira,
Esta sí,
I'm sorry. Joder, digo, el primer tiro falló. First shot miss, second I think I got him. ¡Oh, qué tensión!
You can see that it's a young bird because the feathers, you can see here that they are not completed. So we'll try to shoot an older one later and we'll see the difference. But yeah, you can see that it's a bird that breeding here. A very typical thing to do with woodcocks will be, as a memory of the bird you hunted, take the first feather on the wind, which is this little one. See? This little one. We do a lot of small game hunting, and to be honest, I think the adrenaline I get when hunting woodcock, I don't get it anywhere else. Like when you are getting into hearing the beepers and you get close and you have 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, all of them pointing to a tiny bush, and you're in the middle of the forest, you don't have clear shots, the dogs are looking at you, looking at the woodcock. It's just so much adrenaline that I think, despite it's a bird, it's closer to big game hunting than small game hunting.
Mira, mira cómo lleva el monte ya. ¿Ya ves cómo lleva ya?
Pero eso todo
Es este. Ese, el perro azul es el, ese es el track del perro azul.
perro puesto.
We're gonna wait for my father to position. So what you wanna try to do is one with the dog and another one on the escape route of the woodcock.
A la izquierda, ahí. La derecha veis bien, ¿no? Aquella de allá. Que salir, va a salir para allá. Venga, va.
Yo soy scrolling with the dog. Careful. ¿Ves? Ha caído, ¿no? ¡Qué bonito!
Mira qué beca, qué lance.
Joder. Mira, mira, mira. La piel de gallina.
Yo estoy igual.
Mira, mira. Joder, piel de gallina, te juro,
Esto sí que es un lance bueno. ¡Oche, monkey!
Goosebump.
Monkey, carry.
I was like, you cannot miss this one.
Muy bien. Monkey, ven.
Tranquilo.
The local ones are really hard to hunt because they have been here the whole year. They know the territory, they know the area. So as soon as they see the dogs, they move, they change areas, they go to different spots because they really know the area. So it's really hard to hunt them. And that's why we have been struggling to get proper pointings and to try to get on the birds. On the opposite side, when you have the migration, those birds arrive here for the first day, and typically they hold the pointing way better and they are way easier to hunt.
Joder, se me ha puesto la piel de gallina. Es verdad, tío, no es coña.
Claro, pero ibais a arrastrarlos todos, los perros, vosotros. I am missing a lot my dogs. I would say the pleasure I am having hunting the woodcock here would be double if I could have brought my lovely dogs. I have had dogs specialized in woodcock hunting, but now I have my dogs hunt everything: partridge, woodcock, hare, quail. So, but I don't have a specialist dogs. So I have very good dogs, but not excellent. And for the woodcock, you need excellent dogs.
Échalo. Échalo.
¡Ya! El indio.
Claro, pues la tenía mi padre.
No fallas, tonto, Lidia,
No. Y no aprende el hijo,
No,
Ya tiene buen ejemplo, pues. Cherry.
Full of hunting becadas is to go with my son. That is a very good hunter and misses all of them. So I shoot the ones he misses. But to go with friends, and the dogs. The dogs is the name of the game of the catch hunting is the dogs. The dogs and the friends that you go together, you can go talking a little bit, that you enjoy a lot.
Bien, jefe, bien. Enhorabuena. The equipment that we are using on this hunt, this is the Savage Renegade, and yeah, 12 gauge interchangeable choke. So we have here a diffusion choke. So this choke opens more the shot because we are shooting pretty close. For this type of woodcock hunt, this is a bit too long of a barrel, so you want to get the widest spread the quickest as possible. And we are shooting here since last year, I think. It's mandatory to use steel. So we are using steel number 7 or 8. Typically without steel we will go to number 10, but here you need a little bit bigger pellets. So far the equipment is working great.
Los dos, ¿eh? Están los dos, ¿eh?
No le he dado, ¿no?
No.
No la he visto. Poor dogs.
No lo he visto, tío.
Se ha metido buen ruido, ¿eh?
I mean, it's not an excuse, but
Creo que eres el único de los tres que no has visto.
I was the only one out of the 3 of us that didn't see the woodcock.
Bien, Pedro. Muy bien. Muy bien. Oye, perdona, ¿eh? Perdona, tío. Perdona, ¿eh? Pero bueno. Muy bien. Muy bien.
Vamos.
It's not easy to shoot the woodcock. It's a instinct shot because you never see the woodcock very clear. So that you see the woodcock jumping in the middle of the tree. So the shot has to be very fast. Boom! And you shoot, and to be lucky you have got it.
My father is blocking me, so I cannot pass him. He's like... Estás haciendo como bloqueo, ¿no? No me dejas pasar, ¿no?
¡Ahí va!
¡Ahí va! ¡Ahí va! Bueno. ¡Ahí va! ¡Ahí va! That must be the easiest. Oh, so beautiful, I like.
¿Qué va?
Bueno, qué fallo. Lo más fácil. This has been the easiest woodcock. Have you seen how slow? Slowly. I was like, I have all the time in the world. Boom, oh, boom. Bueno.
Something to say?
No. I assume my mistakes.
No word.
And this has been one of those to remember.
Me ha disfrutado.
Well, I don't know if you want to compare myself with my son, but I think I have more experience, although he is stronger, but I think I am better still, for a few months, I would say.
Es que no estás oyendo, pero casi es mejor no oír. ¡Ahí va, aquí, Pepe!
Le he comido.
Sí.
Me da comida. Sin discusión. ¿Eh? Te digo,
Everyone misses.
yes. Even the best.
Yo voy a intentar apagar. Solo es lo primero,
End of the day, last day, heading back home, and 1, 2, and 3 woodcocks, which is the back limit here in Estonia. How many you got?
I got uch, that means 0.
Did you enjoy the trip or
I
not?
enjoyed the trip. There are woodcock.
And we will come back in a better time when we have some of the migration coming, because we need the easy ones.
Yeah. Okay.
See you guys on the next film. Thank you.